In this highly contested second round, we observed that fundamental freedoms of assembly and association were respected. The technical preparations for the runoff were conducted professionally and efficiently. One of the sources of concern was the lack of regulation of the period between the first round election day and the start of the official second round campaign. This led to uncertainty regarding permissible political activities, campaign finances rules, and media coverage, which affected the participation of other political parties. Although the atmosphere around these elections has been very polarized and characterized by defamatory rhetoric, an increased number of voters, which I understand was the biggest turnout in the history of Romania, especially among diaspora, expressed their will in a calm and orderly fashion.
Overall, we conclude that in a strongly contested runoff, fundamental freedoms of assembly and association were respected. However, defamatory rhetoric, a lack of direct debates between the candidates during the official campaign period, biased coverage by some media outlets, and the persistent use of inauthentic behavior online, including to amplify or suppress messages of both candidates, limited voters' ability to make an informed choice. Transparency remained limited, though, as in the first round, as sessions continued to be closed and information published by electoral bureaus was at times incomplete or inconsistent. Our long-term observers observed that traditional campaign methods, such as public events, meetings, leaflets, and television appearances, were more visible than in the first round. However, in the absence of clear guidance from the authorities on whether the first round ban on parties supporting candidates that they did not nominate remained applicable in the second round, political parties were uncertain as to the types of campaign support that was allowed, which in some cases led them to adjust or limit their activities, impacting political participation. Civil society fact-checking initiatives reported that the disinformation content was widely disseminated by influencers and further amplified through partisan news aggregators or networks engaging in inauthentic behavior. Positively, the authorities enhanced public awareness efforts about such disinformation in the second round, making a number of public statements on various matters. However, inauthentic online behavior, including attempts to amplify or suppress candidates' messages, persisted, and this was used in favor of both candidates. In summary, despite an increase in the number of online posts flagged by state authorities, the continued prevalence of inauthentic behavior, including surrounding both candidates' campaigns, indicated that responses by institutions remained fragmented and overall insufficient to effectively mitigate such behavior. To conclude, our core team has been based here in Bucharest with 22 long-term observers deployed across the country since before the campaign commenced at the beginning of April. We will remain in Romania to follow post-election day developments, including any election-related complaints and appeals.